Good morning, children. Now, let us see the next natural resource, water. Let us see the properties of the water. Now, let us recall. Now, what are the states in which the water is found? Water is found in a solid state in the form of ice, in the liquid state in the form of water, and in the gaseous state in the form of water vapor. Now, here are some pictures, and what inference do we conclude from these pictures? So, in the first picture you see there is a balloon with holes on it, and inside it is filled with water. So, when you press this balloon, we see that the water comes out with the pressure. Now, in the second picture there is one vessel with holes at 3 different levels. So, when you fill the container with the water, so we see that the water coming out from the lowest hole, it is coming out with the more pressure. As we move up, the pressure of the water decreases, and from the third hole the water comes out with the least pressure. So, this shows you that here water comes out, the pressure of the water decreases as we move up. So, thus from these experiments we can say that the water occurs in a liquid state under ordinary condition. It is a fluid substance. It does not have its own shape, but it has volume. It can pass through small hole or slip through very small gaps or cracks. So, on pouring water, so thus we see that this is here, this one, you can see this, the different shapes of container are there. So, in whatever container the water is put, that becomes the shape of the water. So, it does not have a typical shape, it takes the shape of the container in which it is put. Second one is property is what here, this one, water always flow from higher level to the lower level. This you can see from this figure. And then here this one, here you can see from these two experiments here that it can pass through small holes or seep through very small gaps or crack. So, these are all the properties of the water. Now, here you take this one more activity. Take a plastic bottle more than half full of water and mark the water level on the bottle. Now, keep this bottle upright in a freezer for making ice. Open the freezer after a couple of hours and observe. We will see that the water has changed into ice, and note the level of the ice. You will find out that the ice level is higher than the water level before freezing. So, what we infer from this, that water expands on freezing. So, the level of the water increases when it freezes. Now, as the water freezes to form ice, it expands and the volume increases. Now, on freezing, how much was the increase in the volume of the water and in what proportion does it happen? Now, here, so this second property of the water is what, next property is that the water expands on cooling. Now, let us see this one, this activity here. This, now take a bucket of water. Now, drop different kinds of articles in it. So, here and see the articles which are floating in water and which are sinking in water. So, what we see in this picture here, this one, sharpener, then pencil, scale, rubber, they float on water, whereas the spoon and the compass, it sinks in water, and the eraser sinks in water. So, this shows you that this one, the objects which are whose density it is less than water will float in water, and the objects whose density is more than water will sink in water. So, this plastic, wood, rubber, they have the density less than water. So, those objects are also the objects which are made with these materials, they can float in water, whereas steel has density more than water. So, all the metals also have a density more than water. So, the objects made of metals, they will sink into the water. Now the next question is, why do we see ice float on water? Though ice is also the solid form of water, why does it float? Now we know that ice is lighter than water. So when the water freezes to form ice, it becomes lighter than the original liquid. So when water freezes, that is when it transforms into solid state, its volume increases, and therefore the density of the ice is less than that of water, and that is why the ice floats in water. Now the next question is here the density of the water. The interrelation between the volume and mass of the substance, the space occupied by the substance is its volume. Now store of matter in a substance is its mass. Density is given by mass upon volume. Now mass is measured in gram and volume is measured in cubic centimeter. So the unit of density is what? Gram per cubic centimeter. If the mass of 1 liter of water is 1 kilogram, then what is the density of the water? Then the density of the water is 1 kilogram per cubic centimeter. Now, will the mass of the water change when the state changes during the transformation of the liquid into the water into the ice? No, the mass remains the same. Now, next we will see what we mean by the anomalous behavior of the water. Now, from the above activity, we have seen that the density of the ice is less than the density of the water. So now, but this property of the water, it is very important for the survival of the aquatic plants and the animals. So this property of the water, it is called as the anomalous behavior of the water. Usually when the temperature of a substance is lowered, the density increases as the volume decreases, but the water is an exception to this rule. Now keep a glass full of water in the freezer for 5 to 10 minutes and then take it out. Now keep a glass full of water in the freezer for 5 to 10 minutes. Then take it out and observe it carefully. From which part in the glass does the water first start freezing? So we see that the water first freezes in the upper layer. The upper layer gets converted into the ice and then slowly it moves down. Now from this, what to understand from this? Here we know that the density of the water is peculiar. When water at normal temperature starts cooling, its density increases like that of most liquids. However, if its temperature falls below 4 degrees Celsius, its density starts decreasing. This means that the density of the water is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. If the temperature of the water is lowered below 4 degrees Celsius, then the density decreases and the volume increases. This means that the water expands when the temperature falls below 4 degree Celsius, and this is called as the anomalous behavior of water. So in this so what we see here in the figure, you see this one. So as the at the sea at the bottom of the sea level, there the temperature it is 4 degree. As we move up, the temperature is 3 degree, 2 degree, then -1. So here what happens here, this upper level of the sea water, it would get converted into ice, but the lower levels of the water, sea, it will remain in a liquid state only. And so naturally the aquatic animals and the plants, they can survive. And since ice is the bad conductor of heat, it will not allow the outer temperature to freeze or to affect the animals. So this only the level, this one upper layer of the sea, it will get converted into the ice, but the lower layers, it will remain in a liquid state only, that will remain in a water state only. And so there the plants and the aquatic animals, they can survive into the water. So this anomalous behavior of the water, it is useful for the survival of the aquatic animals and the plants. Now in cold countries, how do aquatic animals remain alive even after the rivers or the lakes freeze in winter? And the answer for this is due to the anomalous behavior of the water. Now another activity you perform. Take 2 big glasses of water, add 4 or 5 spoons of salt to the water in one glass and dissolve it completely. Now place a potato in the water in the second glass. The potato will sink. Now take out the potato from that glass and put it in a salt solution. So when it is put into the salt solution, we see that the potato, it floats. Now what is the reason for this? When we add salt to the water, the density of the water increases, and that is why the potato, it floats into the salt solution. Now the question is, based on this activity, you can guess the answer to this question. Why is it easier to swim in the sea than in a well or a lake? Now we know density of the sea water is more than that of a well water. So it is easier to swim in sea water. Now in the above activity, one more thing we will see, that when the salt, it dissolves in the water in the glass, what happens and why it disappears like this. Now the reason is, when the salt dissolves in water, its particles spread in water. Slowly they become smaller and smaller. Ultimately they become so small that they cannot be seen. That is, they mix completely with water. That is what is called as the dissolving. So what is the solute in this solution here? The solute is here salt. The substance in which the solute dissolves is water. So the water is the solvent. And what is solution? Solution is what we get when the solute dissolves in the solvent. So here the salt solution is the solution. I hope it's clear to everybody now. Okay. So now next we will see the uses of water according to its property. Now here see, 4 uses of water are given. First is, water is useful for water transport due to its fluidity. Water falling down from height is used to generate electricity with the help of a generator. Water is a good coolant and is used in motor vehicles to control the temperature of the engine. Now many substances are soluble in water. Water is a universal solvent. Water is used as a solvent in factories, laboratories, foodstuffs, and in various types of biological processes occurring in the body, such as digestion, excretion, etc. Then the fourth use is, water is useful for cleaning purposes, such as for bathing, washing clothes, etc.